shit, you see that fucking head come apart, man?
What's up, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have something very cool to go over and something I'm very excited to share with you and the channel. So before we get into it, I gotta say, like, when I was younger growing up, I was super into the Vietnam War, like all the movies, all the weapons and whatnot. I bought this book when I was in like 5th grade at a book fair. Remember those? So what is this thing? This is an extremely rare pre-band Bushmaster. This is an XM15 E2S AR15. And it is extremely rare. I was able to find one other example of it being sold online, and other than that, just information alone for this rifle was pretty hard to come by. So how did I go about getting this? Well, lucky for me, my dad has been a firearm enthusiast pretty much his whole life, which is part of the reason why I guess I am. He bought this thing in the 80s, he said, from a pawn shop. And he was nice enough to bestow it upon me, and it is now my rifle. So as he's gotten older, he's kind of gotten away from like the assault rifles and tactical rifles and whatnot, and he's more into just like reloading and bench shooting and whatnot. So from time to time, we're going to be featuring rifles and guns from his collection on the channel, because he has some pretty cool shit. He bestowed this upon me as kind of like a hand-me-down, and immediately I knew I had to make a video over it. So funny story, like, this was probably one of the first AR-15s I ever shot as like a young kid learning to shoot. So I grew up shooting this thing, and being able to shoot it again and have it featured on my gun channel as a guy in his mid-20s and obviously still a firearm enthusiast is kind of like a full circle kind of thing, especially since like these retro ARs and force have kind of come back into style and gained popularity in the gun community as of late. So let's jump into it. What exactly is this? As you can see, it is very akin to a xm177, which was developed in the late 60s and the ending stages of the Vietnam War, basically for special operations. It kind of became the grandfather of like the modern M4 and the modern like Mark 18, if you want to push it that far. So basically it's just a cut down version of the M16. They added a moderator to kind of change the pitch of the rifle and confuse enemy soldiers in the jungle. And that's basically what the XM77 was. It was a chopped down M16 with a moderator on it. So what is this thing? This is a A1 upper receivered rifle with a 11.5-inch barrel and a 5-inch fake moderator. It's basically just a big flash suppressor. So it's an 8-spar barrel, 1-in-9 twist, chambered in 5.56, which was kind of odd for back then. A lot of sporting AR-15s were chambered in 2.23. So this one is chambered in 5.56. Permanent A-post up, carbine length gas, A1 upper receiver with the, you can see it's A1 here. Teardrop forward assist, as you can see. So obviously the A2s are superior, but this is period correct for the XM177, which is what this rifle is inspired after. Has a 2-position CAR15 stock. So this one's plastic. I think the real ones were aluminum. But as you can see, it's only wide open and pretty much closed. So that's actually period correct for the rifle. This is a, I don't know how accurate this is to what was actually used in Vietnam, but this is a 20-round Colt magazine. These are getting pretty hard to find too. So kind of all this goes together to make a pretty sick retro rifle. How does it feel like to actually shoot this and get on it? Well, It's a little bit more punchier than my more modern AR-15s that are suppressed and all that. Obviously, it's a carbine link gas system. There's no suppressor hanging off the end. So I did feel that a little bit more in the recoil impulse. Also with this like super slimmed down Carb 15 stock, I feel like I have to like really bury my head to get a sight picture. So picking up a sight picture fast is a little different. Then I remember being like a little kid and going to the gun range and shooting this, and this being one of my first experiences with like an AR-15, and pretty much I think helped like birth my enthusiasm for fighting rifles, so to speak, and black rifles. Both this and watching Sarah Connor mag dump her suppressed M4 into Miles Dyson's house. To prove to you that this is indeed a pre-ban, take a look at that bolt carrier. Does that profile look kind of funny? It should, because that is not a full auto profile bolt carrier. That is a semi-auto only. Basically, they were cut like that to prevent people from being able to drop auto sears into their ARs and make them fully auto. That bolt carrier will not interface correctly with an auto sear, thus meaning it's a semi-auto only AR-15. So pretty odd. This is a pretty odd rifle, extremely rare, as I said before, and I just feel very fortunate to be able to have it and share it with you guys. So moving forward, what are my plans for this? Probably nothing. I don't really see myself changing anything. If anything, I may get a period correct A1 grip to throw in there to kind of add to the overall aesthetic. Maybe a real Carb 15 stock. Other than that, I might get one of those retro Brownells 4X like carry handle sights. I think they come in like 4X and 6X or something like that. I don't know. I may do that as well. And other than that, I'm probably not going to do a whole lot to it. This is going to be in my collection probably forever until I have a son to hand it down to, because I'm definitely not getting rid of it. So I mean, honestly, guys, that's really all I got. There's not a whole lot to this rifle. There's not really a setup, so to speak. Just A1 carry handle, front sight tower, pretty standard. If you're new here, subscribe. I have a lot of good content coming out on other rifles and gear and whatnot. Believe it or not, companies have sent me some products to review, so I will be featuring those soon. But follow me on Instagram, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the content as much as I've been enjoying making it. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope that comes through kind of at the end and in the quality that basically what I was attempting to make. But with that being said, that's all I got, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one.